Once a year in the anime community, there always seems to be that one anime that rises in mass popularity. The one that shoots itself into almost mainstream heaven. One year it was One Punch Man. Another year it was Demon Slayer, an anime that The Ninja said was going to become the greatest anime of all time. But when we take a look back at all the anime that had this mainstream appeal, we find that most of them have in common a main protagonist who is strong or becomes stronger throughout the series to defeat an enemy, or to protect his goddamn waifus. And we inevitably indulge ourselves in the anime with all the hype surrounding it, and into the tsunami that many of us anime watchers know it as Shonen. But what exactly causes that mass appeal of the genre? I mean, how can you not like it? My heart gets that weird tingly feeling, and I'm pretty sure my mouth was entirely wide open in awe. But why is shonen anime so popular? Well, we can tackle this question in the quite literal definition, where you people who put your glasses up your eyes say that shonen does translate to young male, and considering that the demographic of anime watchers are mostly young prepubescent boys who take a shower once a week with their 5-in-1s in hopes to get attention from an attractive Twitch streamer by donating their mom's monthly salary, you guys might actually be right. But I do believe there is an underlying reasoning behind the definition. Now, I don't want to generalize this for everyone, but more often than not, we typically find ourselves watching our first at a pretty young age. And whether that be Pokemon, Sailor Moon, or Dragon Ball Z, these animes were simple yet intriguing enough for us to continue watching until we were completely invested in the series. I could tell you within the first 10 minutes of watching Pokemon that it was about 10-year-old Ash Ketchum domesticating wild animals so that he can become the best there ever was. And he gets chicks along the way. And Demon Slayer, which was about a kid who killed demons to save his sister. Nevertheless, it doesn't stop us from watching. Most of the shonen anime today follow the basic guidelines of a main protagonist who wants to become stronger. And due to the simplicity, it became easy for us to lose ourselves in the real world and fall into theirs. This goes for about anyone, of all ages. We begin watching the anime and we already know exactly what to expect. The tried and true formula makes it even more tempting to watch, and the straightforward nature of shonen allows people of all ages to connect with the characters and establish themselves in a new adventure. Even though shonen can be quite simple and predictable in some cases, it doesn't completely negate the delight, sadness, or hype that we've come to know. And what's causing us to feel those emotions are the circumstances and action of each fight. Who doesn't like swords clashing, punches throwing, and lollies? You degenerate. But it's the stakes that each side envelop that keeps us from taking our eyes off. It's the passion our heroes have for what they're fighting for that makes us almost instinctively root and celebrate with them. And when that final battle comes to the screen, our hearts are racing and hands are sweating. I would not believe you if you said that these scenes do not make every ounce of your blood boil. Causes you to want to scream from the top of your lungs. And makes you just want to jump from your chair. After all, the sheer intensity that's been lingering has been built up for these exact moments. And although it feels like we've been brought back in time to when we watched our first anime, we really haven't. Shonen just has that type of magic. The type of magic that just brings us back to our roots. It makes us remember what it's like being a kid again. And for many of us, there is no other place that we can feel that same sensation. Now, I can't be the only one to say that anime has helped me in the past. It was always something to look forward to, something to be captivated in. and during the darkest of times. Shonen was a place I could go to take my mind off of things, and hopefully, it was there for you too. Whether it be school, stress, depression, we all sought a way to take our minds out of it. For me, I transferred before my first year of high school, and to simply put it, it was hard to make friends. But eventually, I found my own group of friends that I could talk to about anime, and the world didn't seem as lonely. And I can distinctively remember that the heroes that I admired so much really pushed me forward. I know I sound like a loser for saying this, but it's because the author presents us with a character that we know nothing about and displays the simplest form of persevering. But what's inspiring is that we observe their growth and efforts come into fruition. Our issues that, at first completely repressed, disheartened, broke us at one point, suddenly become surmountable. And without realizing, the unquenching determination that we witness empowers ourselves to tackle our own problems. We transform into our own heroes, determined to penetrate from our own restrictive molds. Anime may have initially been a means of escapism, but it undoubtedly reshaped itself into a powerful and transformative work of art.